This is the harsh, lopsided nature of nature. A tragic day for this magnificent creature and a cause for celebration for Kazim and his family.
I do feel.
Why is this so emotional?
The music.
This is the
And
music.
plus, we like turtles.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. Sea turtles, you wouldn't think that's on someone's diet.
Yeah.
Because you see them in the sand and everything laying the eggs, and everybody actually like to see that process and watch them go off.
Yeah. But they say it's only for important
Right.
events. So it's
Right.
not that often.
Right, which is another reason to respect it even more. Because they're not overdoing it. You know what I'm saying? They're not overindulging in the act of, ooh, turtle diet. Let's get more in our bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch.
You gonna watch? You
the
gonna,
slaughter.
Sorry,
You
and
gonna see
I'll
it?
say something.
What's good, y'all? It's the Doomachets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
And we new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
and we cannot get there without you guys. All right, join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Get it.
We're warming up with the food the average Australian has never seen before. This steak comes from the cows of the sea, also known as dugong.
I'm told it's kind of like a manatee.
Yeah, it's very similar to the manatee.
Manatee.
First
They
plate
eat
cuts the meat
manatees?
into bite-sized pieces.
When I saw it, just a big piece of raw meat, it looks like pork.
Yeah, it's very similar to pork. Same sort of fatty texture and the way that the pork is built.
Next, he soaks
Pause, bro. I don't discriminate when it comes to seafood. But I ain't never heard of no one eating no manatee like you pronounced it. I ain't never heard no one eat it. I'll try it.
Okay.
I'll try it. It look
Let
like
me know
some
how it
really
tastes.
nice, huh?
Let me know how it tastes.
We gonna know what it tastes
No,
like together.
Sir. You say he say I will try it. Right?
They
Did you
also,
not?
I forgot where there's eating is at. They're also eating well.
Who? Somewhere.
Somewhere where it's cold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
the dugong meat in a mixture of garlic, chilies, honey, and soy sauce, letting the flavor creep through the muscle fibers.
Man,
The
that's about to
marinated
go
meat is
crazy.
stir-fried with bok choy and spring onion.
When do people eat this? Is this kind of a special food, or is it a staple that you're going to eat every week?
It's a special food. We have it on like special occasions in this modern day setting, like birthdays and celebrations.
The final product is of something both familiar and foreign, something intriguing and repellent. There is, however, one small holdup. The dugong is a vulnerable species, so before diving in, it'd be nice to know that we're not committing a crime.
Tell me about dugong.
Dugong is a large sea mammal that lives all across the northern waters of Australia. Herbivorous, eats seagrass, so it's also known as a sea cow.
Despite populating waters
yeah,
of
yeah.
40 countries and territories, the dugong's numbers are rapidly declining, with around 100,000 left in the wild.
I
Yet
won't
they
even do it
remain
no
an
more.
indispensable part of the Aboriginal Australians' traditional diet.
All Indigenous people who come from the northern parts that have the dugong as a part of their traditions can all hunt it. But there's Indigenous from the southern half of Australia where the dugong doesn't exist, technically can't hunt these because it's not part of their tradition.
But how is the amount of hunting curtailed or limited to make sure that the animal populations are sustained?
So we have to go out and monitor the number of dugong that's in the wild. If we see that there's a healthy number, it means we can go out and hunt them. But if we see that their numbers have dropped significantly, we won't hunt them and we'll leave them for a few years.
As a testament to the Aboriginal stewardship, Australia proudly boasts the largest population of dugongs in the world.
So the average Australian isn't allowed to hunt it, but if we've got some food, you can actually try some with us.
Oh, it's a first for me.
Dude, I'm like pretty apprehensive, I've got to admit.
I do recommend the fatty bits.
Yeah, I mean, some of these look almost like pork belly, where there's a big layer of fat
wouldn't
without
know.
the skin on top and then the protein under that.
Like
Gentlemen,
pork.
Yeah.
let's try it out.
Go.
But I bet the taste is different.
I don't know.
Oh, wow. The texture is very much like a pork chop. The fat part is fatty, but the bit of protein is very lean, even though they're side by side. But that flavor is very unlike many proteins I've had before.
Yeah, I'm really struggling to put, a common touch point on that. It's really, really unique.
I have to try a little bit more. Gosh, how do you describe that flavor? Of course, you put some seasonings on here, so it's peppery and salty. What do you think it tastes like? You think it's just like pork?
It's got a type of pork texture, but to me it's dugong.
The right of hunting dugong is granted to the Aboriginal community through the Native Title Act of 1993. It was a decree preserving cultural rights to the first people of Australia.
It is seen as a controversial food, so it's really important that we hunt properly, ensure that there's enough for the future.
Allowed by the same act is the hunting of sea turtles.
Oh Lord, not the turtles too. So for one, I must admit, I'm happy that they're talking about how responsible they are when it comes to hunting these animals, and that understanding that sometimes the existence of them can, vary to little if they overdo it.
Right. But we have to give respect to the Aboriginal people.
Yeah, 100%.
And indigenous people all over the world. Like, they know the land
Exactly.
better than most people would know the land, So, of course, they're going to show respect.
Yeah.
Sea
But the
turtles hold
turtle?
a special place in people's hearts. They're docile, beautiful, vulnerable. So why is it important for some Aboriginals to maintain a practice that brings so much controversy? The question is best answered by those who engage in the turtle hunting ritual themselves.
My name's Kazim. I hunt about 6 to 7 sea turtles a year.
Why is it okay for people here to hunt sea turtles?
It's a big part of our diet. It's probably one of my main meats that I eat, apart from beef and chicken. I think it's very important for my people to keep hunting, because we've been eating the turtle for thousands of years, so it's definitely been good for us.
The sea turtle is more than just a food source. Hunting the turtle and the dugong are essential for age-old communal ceremonies. To deny this 60,000-year-old tradition is like severing the connection between them and their ancestors. But does that still justify the act of hunting down endangered species?
Our people understand the sea turtles' biology, their seasonal changes, their breeding, everything about them. We understand better than anyone, unless someone's actually studied turtles. Because of that, we understand when to hunt, how much to hunt, and when not to hunt. Whereas if the average person who tried to hunt it, they could be taking a female full of eggs, and they would diminish their numbers. So we've been able to do this for generations, and the Australian government has recognised it, so they've given us that right and nobody else.
To learn more about this ancient custom, Andrew and I are joining Kazim on his boat, where we'll witness a turtle hunt in person,
Left, taking off, quick!
followed by a turtle meat barbecue prepared the Aboriginal way.
Oh, dude. What? So the fat
You
is
don't have
green.
to tell me when that part come up.
Australia's oceans are home to 6 out of 7 sea turtle species, with some of the biggest nesting grounds in the world. But conquering this majestic creature on its own turf takes more than just a skilled hunter. It takes a team.
Oh, left, yards, left!
Kazim's trusty brother-in-law, Richard, guides the rudder at Kazim's command.
This way, yards? He's there!
The turtles we're after prefer to leisurely stroll at 1 to 6 miles per hour, but in the face of danger, they can hit speeds up to 22 miles per hour.
Left, yards! He didn't give me much of a chance,
But these speed bursts create an increasing demand for oxygen, meaning the turtle can't retreat to the depths.
You can see him, yards? Right, yards!
Rather, it must stay near the surface, breaching more often for air.
Can one of you give me the spear?
Such a moment is precisely when Kazim is able to strike.
Got him.
Got him. Just like that?
What your feet, boys?
Not the music making it worse.
This is a green sea turtle, the largest hard-shelled marine turtle, able to grow to 4.5 feet and weigh 350 pounds.
The turtle we got today weighs about 80 kilos. I usually don't like to hit him too hard. I just like to get the hook in a bit, not to damage any organs or anything inside, in case we want to let it go.
This is the harsh, lopsided nature of nature. A tragic day for this magnificent creature and a cause for celebration for Kazim and his family.
I do feel...
Why is this so emotional?
The music.
This is the
And
music?
plus, we like turtles.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Bro, it's crazy. Okay. Sea turtles, you wouldn't think that's on someone's diet.
Yeah.
Because you see them in the sand and everything laying the eggs, and everybody actually like to see that process and watch them go off.
Yeah. But they say it's only for important
Right.
events, so it's
Right.
not that often.
Right, which is another reason to respect it even more. Because they're not overdoing it. You know what I'm saying? They're not overindulging in the act of, ooh, turtle diet. Let's get more in our bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch.
You gonna watch? You
the
gonna,
slaughter.
Sorry,
You
and
gonna see
I
it?
say sorry to the animal when I kill
So-
it, but you know, at the end of the day, it's what I eat it, and I get to feed the family, and yeah.
Wow. I can say that affected me a lot more than I thought it would. I don't know what it is about turtles. You know, one time I went to
This is
Hanoi, I went
crazy.
to a restaurant where they brought a turtle to our table and they slit its neck at the table. And it really bothered me, which is weird because I've been all around the world and I've seen everything from giant camels get slaughtered, goats. I shot a friggin' zebra in South Africa, but there's something about turtles that makes me just have pure sympathy for them. Going into this episode, I knew I would have the opportunity to eat sea turtle because among the indigenous folks who live here, some of them have turtle in their homes, in their freezers, or in their refrigerators. But I didn't think it was fair for me to just go to someone's house and try it out without seeing the full process and seeing how it worked for myself. So I wanted to go see it. Even for me, even for somebody who is fully aware that there's so many, you know,
almost done.
hypocritical people out there when it comes to food and what's okay to consume, what's not okay to consume, it can still be difficult to set aside my personal feelings on the topic or on the animal. I can totally see for these young guys here who are just part of a long lineage where this has been happening for thousands of years, it's another animal. It doesn't mean they don't have any feelings toward it, but they have a purpose in doing what they're doing. And I think it's important for me to put a spotlight and to create a platform to share the stories of the people here. In these situations when it's really difficult to separate yourself from your own feelings, I think it's more important to focus on the culture and the people and to go outside
Right.
yourself. This
Right.
isn't my story. This isn't about my feelings. This is about the people here. This is about a tradition that's existed for thousands of years and still goes on today.
It's done.
Okay.
Having dispatched and portioned his catch, Kazim saves the remaining meat in a cooler to later share.
I didn't want to say that. Okay.
You
Okay,
stopped it right on it, though.
I just want to comment. I'm okay with it being your culture. I just don't like seeing graphic stuff. So I don't want why my eyes was closed to be misinterpreted. I just don't like watching
Yes,
graphic
and I
images.
really, and we all really appreciate your honesty of that. If you guys been watching this for a while, anytime we do Sunday videos, he likes to go into the heart of it, and then watch the whole process. We saw him do a goat once,
Right. Oh, it
what
was
else?
running.
A few of them, right?
Yeah, it was
so
running for his
we've seen a
life.
couple processes here on YouTube with you guys, and she always had the same reaction. She don't like to see this part. You see her hand?
I don't like it. Oh, well, they can't see it, but I'm blocking the view.
With his family and friends, but his favorite cuts have been saved for us, starting with the turtle liver. Kazim slices the organ into thin pieces and places them on the grill.
Grilled liver.
He continuously flips the meat until it's ready to be served.
I don't know how you can tell when liver's done.
Gentlemen, I just want to take stock of how unique a moment this is, especially for Andrew and I. I mean, that's just not an opportunity you come across often.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. On one hand, I'm kind of honored, and on the other hand, I'm still incredibly apprehensive. When you're faced with the food in front of you and having just seen this creature pulled out of the ocean, it's hard not to think about it.
Andrew and I went to Mongolia. We saw a horse get taken down, dispatched, slaughtered, and much easier than this.
Way easier. It's hard to know why. It doesn't make logical sense.
No.
But it does affect you.
We have the liver right here. This is a unique texture. It's kind of squishy. Is there something particularly special about the liver itself?
With a lot of animals, you know, predatory species, they'll actually target things like the liver and heart and stuff like that because of how much benefit it has compared to the ordinary meat. So we're a predator at the end of the day, so that's what we also want to eat.
It's like a multivitamin, an ancient multivitamin. Right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Here
boys.
we go. Here we go.
Mushy, slightly briny. It tastes of kelp.
Yeah, it really does.
Has a slight bitter bile flavor.
Yeah.
A ton of minerality.
Oddly, it's got a green tinge to it. Dude, it is way creamier than most livers.
Yeah, that may be due to the medium nature to which he cooked it.
Sure.
Ooh, that's intense.
That's all right. I've never been a fan of the liver. Turtle liver is intense, but understand it's really good for you.
Hopefully it doesn't mind.
It's good for you.
Don't mind.
And he's got the whole thing in his mouth, so I think that says enough. Do you think indigenous folks here see a sea turtle strictly as like a source of protein, or do they see the beauty in it too, or both?
When I was growing up, I always loved turtles just because of their beauty as well. And when my grandfather was teaching me how to hunt turtle, I used to get really emotional. And when he
wow.
would go to kill it, he would make me do it. I remember I used to cry when I was killing a turtle, so I actually understand how you feel. But from his perspective, he was trying to toughen me up, keep my emotions inside so that I could do the job, so that we could feed the family. At the end of the day, we use it as a food source, like I said, and we're doing it as sustainably as we possibly can.
It's not for sport, it's not going to waste, and it's going to feed a lot of people.
Yep.
The most prized part of the turtle is what?
Just play.
Before
And
we
at
answer
the
At the end of the
that,
day,
Mo,
we use it as a
Ron 10. I just want to talk about him as a child. I think that was really important to talk about. Oftentimes we don't realize this, but coming up we go through a lot of things that's supposed to toughen us. Because when we get into those type of situations as an adult or as a preteen,
Right.
that's when you really start to tap into yourself. We get emotional. You know what I'm saying? Because we haven't experienced that before. So as a young child, it's good to go through a lot of things. Nothing that's too traumatic or too bad, but just someone that's there to guide you into it, so you can understand the process a little better. That way, when you get in certain situations, you're handling it like a pro. You know,
Yes, you're
train them
talking
up.
right.
Train them up.
You're talking right. I remember my uncle when I moved to the country, and
Oh, this story.
yes, and like he's the cook of the family, and so he would, what do you call it with the fish? Shave the fish.
Skillet. Yeah.
Yeah, scale the fish. He would prepare the tripe. He would prepare the they did
Everything.
like the roadkill stuff.
Everything.
Everything, and like I remember going back there like, oh my God, what are you doing? That look cool. But then I saw the blood bucket on the side, and he was like, "You want to try it?" I'm like, "Never mind.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Just the less grimy stuff." But now you do all the meat preparation and things. I'll do it if Dion's busy, but I still would just prefer not to. I
Yeah.
love to cook. I just can't do that part.
To the T, fire in the kitchen. But when it comes to certain parts in the kitchen, like we just know what we good at,
Right.
and we will just kill it. But yeah, let's get back into that, bro. More turtle talk.
Food source, like I said, and we're doing it as sustainably as we possibly can.
It's not for sport, it's not going to waste, and it's going to feed a lot of people.
Yep.
The most prized part of the turtle is what?
Chest plate.
And that is
Chest
just
plate.
the whole front, like bottom section right here, right?
Yep.
All right, I guess we're trying that next.
Utilizing the turtle's chest plate as a cooking vessel, Kazim puts it on the open fire, roasting the attached chest meat.
You're gonna strip it.
Why do you like this part so much?
I like it because it has a nice flavour. So I like the room tail that we had. It doesn't do a lot of moving, so it's the most tenderest part.
What about you?
I like the whole process of it being cooked over the fire. It definitely makes it taste better.
It's like when you rotisserize a pig over a fire and the skin keeps in the juices. It's like a nature's plate with a bunch of meat stuck onto it. You just toss it on the fire, flip it a few times, and it's ready to go. Should we dig in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk to us.
Wow.
It's
That tastes
hitting.
like 4 different animals.
It's hitting.
As I bit into it, I was thinking chicken, pork, fish, frog.
Wow.
In that order.
The weirdest thing, it kind of tastes like the goanna we ate on the first day.
It's got that similar flavour to the goanna. They're both reptiles.
The pork part would be more the texture. It's not super lean, but it is like a juicy pork chop in the way that it tastes.
And the visuals, they kind of look like strips, big strips of pork.
Oh, it's fascinating.
How much meat do you get out of one turtle?
A lot of meat. I'd say at least 60 kilos.
So do you see him bigger than this?
Yeah, they get like twice the size of it.
That's wild.
There seem to be heaps of them. We saw, 10 before we caught this one.
A lot of people don't like the fact that we as indigenous people are still eating turtle and when the rest of the world isn't. But our practices have worked. They've worked for thousands of years. We're eating turtle at least maybe once a fortnight, but there's still so many out there.
What is this green part?
That's a
The rest of the world ain't eating turtle.
No, our neck of the woods. They
Come
eat
down to
turtle.
the south. Just a little bit of everything is gonna get put in that pot.
Yeah, they eat turtle. That's why I gotta ask, what's in the pot? I need to know every piece of meat in there. Don't try to trick me or nothing.
Man, I was dropping off some mail to the PO office one day, and it was cold out. This lady was sitting in front with a bowl, and I was like, "Ooh, you got a good old gumbo bowl, right?" She was like, "Oh no, this not just any gumbo." I said, "What is it?" She said, "Squirrel gumbo."
Right.
Squirrel gumbo. I was like, "Okay, I'm out." I didn't know they do squirrel. That's different.
Oh, dude, what? That's fat?
Yeah.
Did you eat it on its own or with some
You
meat?
can have it on its own. You can eat it with the meat as well.
Yeah, so on its own.
He said with the meat.
Yeah, but that seems easy. Cheers.
You like the tough stuff, okay?
That's quite good.
It's really good, actually.
Wow, oh my god, it's like if seaweed was infused into pork fat and then you fried that until it was crunchy. Holy cow.
Who would have
You were
thought
just talking
green
about some
fat
greens.
tastes good?
Why does that make you laugh?
Oh, no.
There you go,
Yeah,
that's
it
your
really
greens.
does taste good, eh?
Yeah, I need a little bit more of that.
This is by far the most unique turtle experience I've ever had. I've only had turtle maybe 2 other times. I swore it off because I find them to be quite adorable. But that fat is so good. I don't. Wow. Oh, Jesus. I feel guilty. I don't like it so much. Oh no. We getting canceled for sure. This is the end of my career, Andrew. So thank you for one last video.
Not a problem.
You brought up an interesting point earlier, which is that years and years ago, the Europeans came here, they saw the turtles, they were slaughtering them en masse, and then canning them and then shipping them back to Europe.
European colonization crashed upon Australia in the 1800s, triggering intense exploitation of newly discovered marine resources. After over a century, commercial netting was banned, but not before the population had plummeted to alarming levels.
And meanwhile, time goes by and people are telling you that you shouldn't be able to eat your food.
Yeah.
It's not really fair.
Yeah.
And to kind of switch gears for a second, I want to ask, you know, the history here when it comes to how indigenous people here and across the island have been treated, when it comes to the pain and suffering they've endured, it's extreme and it's immeasurable.
80% of the indigenous population declined within the first century of European contact. Hundreds of Aboriginal languages and customs became extinct. Over 20,000 Aboriginal children were removed from their families. These disturbing numbers portray only part of a dark era endured by the Aboriginal communities under European colonization.
And I'm wondering how you go through that, how you inherit that, but don't carry around any bitterness as far as I can see. You don't seem like a jaded person, a bitter person. Can you talk about that?
Obviously, a lot of bad things have happened in our history, but our people have always been a resilient people, and that's why we've been able to survive here for such a long time. And I think that resilience makes us stronger in not just in our mind, but in our heart and our emotions. We can handle a lot of things, and we can take whatever comes at us, and we can move forward from it because we know we'll still be here for a long time. So we're like, well, if we're going to be here for future generations, there's no point worrying about things. Let's just keep doing things, keep moving forward, work hard, and feed our family and keep our culture strong. And that to us is the most important thing. And so one of the main things we really want to do is teach people our way, because our way is the way that works in this country, and that way can teach a lot of people how to live properly on this land, so that the rest of the world can learn something and, you know, see these new different foods that they haven't seen before.
Oh, they're gonna learn a lot, whether they like it or not.
Yeah.
Elevate your style with our
All right,
brand
man,
new
we're gonna stop right there. Make sure you guys go and check his channel out. Always got videos in our description box for y'all to go and see. Pretty cool ending, man. Again, the Europeans came in and like he was talking, they had a whole bunch. They was making oils, shipping food over, like it was crazy. But now, like he said, they're trying to teach them how they times are now for their people and for their kids. They're not abusing it. You know what I'm saying? They're not going out there in the waters and doing it crazy. They know there's a certain time for it. They don't want to over supply themselves with food and they never have none left in the future. It's like it's a really cool mindset to have, and again, it's culture as well.
Right. I always love when Sonny goes to places. He don't just go there to just eat the food. He
Right.
always have these little history lessons in there. And you know, we love history around
Facts,
here.
yeah.
Okay, that's how you get to know people, by knowing their history. All right. I love how he not only just go to one specific group of people, but he tried to make his way around the countries.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's
I love
dope,
it.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.